Hey everybody, it's your favorite YouTuber here. And oh boy, do I have a story for you today. I can't believe what's happening in Trump's inner circle right now. It's like a political soap opera on steroids, and we're about to dive into all the juicy details. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's get ready for some mind-blowing drama. It's gonna be more intense than trying to beat Dark Souls with a dance pad. All right, let's kick things off with a bang. So get this. Trump is absolutely fuming at his national security advisor, Mike Waltz. Why? Because this guy made a rookie mistake and accidentally added a journalist to an encrypted signal chat. I mean, come on. That's like inviting a creeper to your Minecraft house and expecting it not to explode. But wait, it gets even crazier. A federal judge has now ordered that all the texts in this encrypted chat be preserved. It's like the judge is saying, nuh-uh, you can't delete your oopsies. This is some serious stuff, folks. Now let's talk about this Judge James Boasberg. This guy is like the Forrest Gump of the legal world. He's popping up everywhere. Not only is he involved in the signal messages case, but he's also the one who blocked deportation flights to El Salvador. Talk about a busy bee. It's like he's trying to speed run the entire legal system. But hold on to your hats because it doesn't stop there. Senator Roger Wicker is now calling for an investigation into Signal itself. It's like he thinks the app is some kind of digital supervillain. And then we've got Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's all gung-ho about a criminal investigation. It's like watching a legal version of the Avengers assembling, but instead of fighting Thanos, they're battling encrypted messages. Holy expletive, it's like the most intense game of Among Us ever, but with politicians. Okay, so remember Peter? The guy Trump nominated for UN ambassador? Well, forget about him because Trump sure did. He's withdrawn Peter's nomination faster than you can say you're fired. It's like the political equivalent of getting left at the altar. Ouch! Talk about a brutal rage quit. And who's waiting in the wings? None other than Elise Stefanik. She's decided to stay in Congress, which is kind of like choosing to stay at a party, even though the host told you to leave. I mean, talk about awkward. But hey, in the world of politics, awkward is just another day at the office, right? It's like she's playing 4D chess while everyone else is still figuring out checkers. Now let's switch gears and talk about HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This guy is shaking things up like a bartender on a Friday night. He's cutting jobs left and right, but get this, he's focusing on reducing administrators and increasing frontline health providers. It's like he's playing a real-life game of Operation, but instead of removing funny bones, he's removing bureaucrats. But here's where it gets really wild. There's a measles outbreak in West Texas, and it's linked to unvaccinated kids using alternative therapies that Kennedy promoted. It's like he accidentally set off a public health firework, and now everyone's scrambling to put out the sparks. This is some serious stuff, folks. We're talking about real health consequences here, not just some political mumbo-jumbo. It's like he tried to use a cheat code in the game of public health, but instead of God mode, he activated measles mode. All right, buckle up because we're about to hit some economic turbulence. The US has slapped a whopping 25% tariff on imported cars and auto parts. It's like they're trying to build a wall, but instead of bricks, they're using Toyotas and Hondas. It's the most expensive game of Tetris ever. This isn't just some small potatoes we're talking about here. This is going to hit consumers right in the wallet. We're talking higher prices for cars, parts, and probably even those little tree-shaped air fresheners. It's like the government decided to turn car shopping into an extreme sport. Imagine if Gran Turismo had a budget crisis mode. That's basically what we're dealing with here. Now, you'd think Canada would just roll over and take it, right? Wrong. Our neighbors to the north are fighting back with billboards? That's right, they've put up billboards in Miami. It's like they're saying, hey, America, look at what you're missing. I've got to hand it to them. That's some grade A passive-aggressive neighborly behavior right there. It's like Canada's playing diplomacy while the US is still stuck on risk. But they're not stopping at billboards. Oh no, Canada's considering retaliatory actions. It's like watching the nicest kid in school finally snap and start a food fight in the cafeteria. Who knew maple syrup could be weaponized? It's civilization in real life, and Canada just unlocked the sticky diplomacy tech tree. Okay, let's take a trip to Greenland. No, not for vacation, although that would be cool. Vice President J.D. Vance had to scale back his visit there because of, wait for it, geopolitical competition. It's like the world's biggest game of Risk, and Greenland is the hottest property on the board. It's Frost Night Battle Royale. Why all the fuss about this giant ice cube? Well, turns out Greenland is sitting on a gold mine, literally. We're talking rare earth elements, oil, natural gas, you name it. And with global warming melting the ice, yikes! Suddenly those shipping lanes are looking mighty attractive. It's like Mother Nature decided to play Monopoly with the Arctic. Who's gonna build the first hotel on Glacier Avenue? Speaking of the Arctic, it's becoming the new Wild West. Or should I say Wild North? The US, Russia, and China are all eyeing those resources like kids staring at the last slice of pizza. It's a high-stakes game of who can plant their flag first. It's like a real-life version of Capture the Flag, but with way higher stakes and a lot more frostbite. Now let's bring it all home. We've got leaked signal chats potentially compromising national security, vaccine skepticism leading to measles outbreaks, and economic decisions shaking up international relations. It's like someone took all the world's problems, threw them in a blender and hit puree. We're playing a global game of Jenga, and I'm not sure how many more blocks we can pull out before the whole thing comes crashing down. Holy expletive, what a roller coaster. From signal scandals to Greenland's hidden treasures, we've covered it all. It's like the world decided to cram a decade's worth of drama into one news cycle. But hey, that's politics for you. Never a dull moment. It's been more unpredictable than a game of Mario Party. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!